Dear student, in previous class sessions, I was discussing on examples on the Mason-Skin formula. Today's session, I'm going to explain how to convert the given block diagram into signal flow graph and then apply the Mason-Skin formula. Here, we know that both the block diagram and signal flow graph methods are used to calculate the overall gain of the system. Overall gain or transfer function of the overall gain, C of S divided by R of S, transfer function of the system. Both the block diagram and signal flow graph give the same information, but block diagram, for reducing the block diagram, it is the procedure for reducing the block diagram is a TDS procedure or process, and difficult to remember which rule to be applied for simplification. That is what we need to convert this. The signal flow, if the block diagram is given, then if you convert the block diagram into signal flow graph, then we can easily apply the Mason-Skin formula. Then we can easily find out the overall gain of the system. Before that, I am going to explain given block diagram, how to convert the given block diagram into the signal flow graph. The first step, now what is the procedure means? The first step is to find out, first step is to assume the nodes at every input, or nodes at input, output, at every summing point, at every takeoff point in between the cascaded branch. This is very important. The first step is to find or assume node at input and output at every summing point. This is the summing point. Use it to add or subtract the two signals. And also the take-up point. This is the take-up point. Already we know that the definition. Take-up points are the point from a signal concurrently goes to the other blocks. So this block and other block. We need to assume the nodes at this particular input, output, at every summing point, at every take-up point, or if the cascaded blocks are present, in between the cascaded block also we need to assume the nodes. In this particular diagram, there is the cascaded block O. And also, after assuming the nodes, we need to name the nodes. This naming of the node is also very important. We need to name the nodes as this E1, E2, this is E3, this is E4. Naming. Now, after naming, the next step, identify the main forward path. From the block diagram, identify the main forward path and gain between the nodes, and then join the nodes and mention the gains. Therefore, after assuming, we need to write down these as small circle. We need to same nodes. These nodes can be draw the nodes as small circle. The R node is this, and this is the E1 node. This is the E2 node. This is the E3 node. This is E4 node. This is C node. After identification of the assuming the nodes, we need to write these nodes as small circle and name the nodes once again. And then we need to identify gain from the main forward path. The main forward path starts from the R node, goes to the C node. From the signal flow graph, identify the from the block diagram, identify the main forward path. The main forward starts from R node, ends to the C node, it goes to the E1 node, E2 node, E3 node, E4 node, and C. This is the main forward path called as. From the main forward path, identify the gain between the nodes and joining or these nodes by branches and mention the gains. After joining from this node to this node, the gain between this and this is 1. Similarly, gain between E1 and E2 is, this is also 1. Similarly, the gain between the E2 node and E3 node is, this is the G1. The gain between this and this is G1. The gain between E3 and E4 is G2. E3 and E4 is G2. The gain between E4 and C node, this is the C node, is J1. In the signal flow graph, from the block diagram, identify the main forward path and mention the and draw the or join these nodes by connecting lines. This connecting line called as a branches, and mention the gains along with the sign, if there is a sign, along with it is a positive or negative, we need to mention. This is the first and second step. So in the next step, I'm going to identify from the block diagram, identify the number of feed forward path. Identify the number of feed forward path and draw those feed forward path here along with the sign, in next step, from the block diagram, find the feed forward path between various nodes and mark the gain of feed forward path along with the sign. In the next step, from the block diagram, find the feed forward path between various nodes and mark the gain of feed forward path along with the sign. That is the second step. So from the block diagram, identify the feed forward path. Feed forward path means starts from input to outside. This is the feed forward path. From the block diagram, identify which are the feed forward path. Feed forward path between various nodes. Now this is the feed forward path between node C2 and between the various nodes and between E2 and also the E4. Now E2 and E4, there is a feed forward path. From input side in the output side ಹೋಗೋದನ್ನ feed forward path ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಇದು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಸೈಡ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಸೈಡ್. ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇಂದ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು, ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ಫೀಡ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಪಾತ್. ಇದು ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಸೈಡ್, ಇದು ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇಂದ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಬರ್ತಾರನ್ನ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಪಾತ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. In the feed forward path, from the block diagram, identify the feed forward path. First, next step ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ feed forward path ಎಷ್ಟು ಯಾವ್ದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದಿ ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ನೋಡ್ಸ್. ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ನೋಡು, only one ಇದೆ feed forward path between E2 and E4. ಇದನ್ನ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದೆ and between various nodes and mark the gains of feed forward path and mark the gains of feed forward path. ಈಗ along with the mark the gain ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, G3 ಇದೆ. along with the sign, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೈನ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಬರೀತೀವಿ, ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬರೀತಾ ಇದ್ದು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. Similarly, in next step, from the block diagram, find feedback path between the various nodes. So from the block diagram, find the next step, find the similarly from the block diagram, find the feedback instead of feed forward. We go for feedback path, feedback path between various nodes and mark the gain of the feed forward, feed forward, feedback, feedback path along with the sign. From the diagram, identify the feedback between the feedback path between the various nodes. Here ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ feedback path ಇದು between E3 and E4 there is a feedback path ಇದೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನಿದೆ is in this direction ಇದೆ. Mark the gain. This I want to mark the gain. This is H1. This is direct. This is H1. This is a H1 along with the sign. The sign is negative along with the sign we need to mention. This is the next step of construction, and these are the steps. These are the usually general steps used for constructing the signal flow graph from the block diagram. Because in block diagram and signal flow graph, both the methods can be useful for finding the overall gain of the system. Both the methods. But what is the drawback? But there is no standard procedure. There is no standard procedure for reducing the block diagram to find the transfer function. Find the transfer function of the system. There is no standard procedure for finding the, and also block diagram reduction will be the tedious process. So will be the difficult process, and it is difficult to choose. And it is difficult to choose rule to be applied for simplification. Applied for the simplification. Hence, it will be easier. Hence, it will be easier if the block diagram is converted into signal flow graph. Then we can easily apply the Masson gain formula. Then we can easily find out the overall gain or transfer function of the system. Now already we have converted. This is the signal flow graph SFG for this particular signal flow graph. Now we need to find out overall gain of this particular system represented in the form of signal flow graph by using Masson's gain formula. Next step is to find the transfer function of this particular converted signal flow graph by using Masson's gain formula. How to transfer function or overall gain of this particular system by using Masson's gain formula. What is the C of S divided by R of S? By Masson's first step is to calculation of transfer function by using Masson's gain formula is write down the formula. Masson's gain formula by using Masson's gain formula, which overall gain of the system. Overall gain of the system TF is equal to C of S divided by output divided by input is equal to 1 over delta summation of, this is the summation symbol for indicating summation of Pk into delta K, Pk into delta K. Now what is K is equal to number of forward paths. K is denotes the number of forward path after observing in this particular signal flow graph. The forward paths are 2. Number of forward paths are 2 because one first forward starts from R node, goes to E1, E2, E3, E4, C node. The forward path means starts at the input node, ends at the output node without crossing any node more than once. That is the definition of first forward path. So this is the first forward path. Similarly, second forward path, there is a find out this number of forward paths in the signal flow graph. There are 2. First is start from R, E1, E2, E3, E4, C. Second one is R, start from input node, E1 node, E2 node, via to G3, E4 node, go to the C node. That is the another or second forward path. In the next step, we need to calculate, after substituting K value, we go for removing the summation. K is equal to taken from 1 to 2. Therefore, when K is equal to 1 now, 1 over delta as it is, so P1, K is P1 into delta 1, plus when K is equal to 2, K2, P2 into delta 2. This is the expanded equation. Once after writing the here, we need to calculate next step. We need to calculate delta P1, delta 1, P2, delta 2. The next step of computing the transfer function is to, our overall gain is to find the P1 and P2 and the delta and delta K. Here in the next step, I'm going to explain how to calculate the forward path gains. In this step, we go for calculating the gains of the forward path gains or gains of the forward paths. Before that, calculating gains of the forward path, we need to identify the number of forward paths in the signal flow graph. Converted block diagram to block diagram is converted into signal flow graph. Here we need to identify the number of forward paths. Here there are two forward paths. I have explained. The forward path starts from the input node, ends at the output node without crossing any node more than once. This is very important. Without crossing any node more than one. One node anna onde sati cross ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಪಾತ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋದು. ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ನೋಡ್ ಗೋಸ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ನೋಡ್ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ನೋಡಿಂಗ್ any node more than one. So E1 node go to E2 go to E3 go to E4 go to. This is the first forward path. Or go to the E1 node, E2 node, E3 node, E2 node of E3, E4 node goes to the output node C node. This is the path without crossing any node more than one. ಇದನ್ನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದೇ ನೋಡ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಪಾತ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನೋಡಿ E1 ನೋಡ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ E2 ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು E3 ಇಂದ ಮತ್ತೆ E1 ಬಂದು E3 ಹೋದ್ರೆ E1 ಎರಡು ಸತಿ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಪಾತು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಪಾತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಪಾತು. ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಪಾತ್ ಗೇನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ is a branch ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಲೈನ್ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಟು, ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಲೈನ್ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಟು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ದಿ ನೋಡ್ಸ್. ನೋಡ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. when the signal passing through the nodes branches, the signal corresponding gain to multiply ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ explained in the those things in previous sessions. E1 is equal to E2. E2 is equal to 1 into E1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Similarly, E1 is equal to R into 1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. And the signal is passing through the branch, corresponding gain multiply ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಪಾತ್ ಗೇನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಪಾತ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡುದು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನ್ ಗೇನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತಾ ಗೇನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಪಾತ್ ಗೇನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಏನ್ ಬ್ರಾಂಚಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಗೇನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅದನ್ನ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೆಯೋಣ. 1 into this G1 into this G2 into this one. That is the into 1. As is the, therefore G1 into G2 is the first forward path. Gain P1 is equal to this. Similarly, identify the another forward path ಇದ್ರೆ identify ಮಾಡಿ. ಅನದರ್ ಒನ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ವೆರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು. ಟು ವರ್ಕ್ ಮೋರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್, ದೆನ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದಿ ಆರ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಪಾತ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟು. ಮೋರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ identification of the forward path can easily identify. Okay, the second forward path also starts from the input node and ends at the output node. R node, E1 node. Similarly, the gain of the second forward 2, this is indicated by P2. P2, P in the gain of second forward path. The gain of the second forward path. The path direction, R node go to E1 node go to E1 in the E2 bantu. Next, it will goes to the Y of G3, Y of the G3. In the E4 bantu and C node output node go. So this is also second forward path. In this particular graph, ಎರಡು forward paths ಇದೆ. Now, what is the gain? P2 is a gain. I have P1 and P2 be the ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Formula ಬಂದಿದ್ದು P1 into delta 1, P2 into formula also. We have seen P1 into delta 1 are the same symbols. T1 and T2, some big uses the convention, some other convention, T1 or T2. You can use any name, but P1 I'm using the conventions P1 or P2, etc. are the forward path gain. So P2 is equal to your P1 into this 1 into this G3. A branch gains of G3 and taking this one is 1. Now, therefore, G3 is the P2. P2 value G3. The gain of the second forward path is G3. G3 is the value we should remember. Therefore, after identification of the forward path, we have calculated the forward path gain also. The next step is to identify the loops in the signal flow graph and find the loop gains. Find the loop gains. In this step, I'm going to explain you how to calculate the individual loop gains. We know that while calculating the signal flow graph, or calculating the overall gain of this given signal flow graph by using Mason's gain formula. First step is to write the formula. Second step is to you have to remember. First to write down the formula and expand it. Write down the formula, identify the number of forward path and expand it. And next step for forward path gain. Other next step in Bharata individual loop gain. So the individual loop gain calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲೂಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯೋ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಲೂಪ್ಸ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದರ ಗೇನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರು. ಈಗ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಲೂಪ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಹಿಯರ್ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಲೂಪ್. ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಲೂಪ್. ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಇನ್ loop. There is only one loop in signal flow graph SFG. Let P11 be the gain of the loop. Let P1 be the gain of the loop. It's a loop here. The first loop, only one loop is there. E1, E2, E3. That is I have written here also separately. Only one loop. This gain of the loop 1 is denoted by P11. I was using P11, the convention, second loop to P22. Similarly, third loop is P33. It's a convention. You can use any name. L1, L2 is a gain. You can use those variables name also. I am using here P11 is a loop gain of the first loop gain. Therefore, what is the gain of the loop 1? The branch transmittance multiplication 1 into G1 into this minus H1 is the gain of the first only one loop. Is there any other loop? Verify. Yeah, the other loop starts from here. This is not a loop because wrong directions. Nodi, it is same direction in go bekara. Ide direction loops. Wrong direction must be same irbeku. The signal flow ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಇದು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಲೂಪ್ ಬರೋದು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನೋಡಿ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದು ಅನದರ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಆಗೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಆರೋ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಇದೆ. ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಲೂಪ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಇಸ್ ಎ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಪಾತ್, ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಟ್ ಎಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿ ಸೇಮ್ ನೋಡು. ಲೂಪ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಪಾತ್, ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಟ್ ಎಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿ ಈ ಲೂಪಲ್ಲೇ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಫ್ಟರ್ passing through the certain part of the graph, Loop is a closed path. After passing through the certain part of this graph, came to the same node. The loop starts at ends at the same node. It's a definition. No? Definition you should remember forward path gain, loop, path. These things are have written in the notes also. You have to go through the notes for explanation terms used in the SLP. Next step after finding the individual loop, next step is to find the gains product of the two non-touching loop. In the next step, we go for calculating there is any non-touching loop combinations, identify the non-touching loops combinations, and multiply the gains of the loops. Gains of the loop that gives the gains product of the non-touching loops. In next step, I'm going to calculate the gains product of the non-touching loop. In this particular step, we need to calculate the gains product of two non-touching loops. But observing the signal flow graph, there is no non-touching combination. Since there is only one loop is there. Adrinda, return. There is no combinations of non-touching loop. Since there is only one loop. In case idre observe ಮಾಡಬೇಕು two non-touching loops. Loop non-touching idre, if it is other loops idre non-touching ಬರಲ್ಲ. If it is here there is a loop, then this is the loop and this is the loop is a non-touching to each other. And we need to multiply this loop gain with this loop gain. And then we go for P12 is a loop gain of the gains product of the two non-touching loops. Then we need to multiply. But here there is no, in this particular signal flow graph, there is no non-touching loop. There is no combinations of non-touching loop. Therefore, there is a non-touching loop combinations. There is no combinations of non-touching loop. So therefore, we need to skip this particular step. Otherwise, write down the gains product of non-touching loops. There is no combination. You have to write down the gain. There is no combinations of non-touching loops. So therefore, while calculating the C of S divided by R of S, so first step of writing the formula, Poisson's gain formula. Next step is to forward path gain. So the next step loop gain. So other next step in next step of gains product of the non-touching loop. So these are the important steps. So we need to remember. Next step after calculating gains product of two non-touching loops. So we go for calculating what is the delta value, what is the delta value and delta k value in next step. In the next step, we go for calculating delta and delta k values. In this particular step, we need to calculate the determinant of the graph. Determinant of the graph is denoted by delta. Delta is called as the determinant of the graph. Here, what is delta formula? The delta is given by 1 minus sum of individual loop gains plus sum of gains product of all possible combinations of the two non-touching loops. This is the standard problem. We should remember, because what is delta? We should write. This writing is also very important. Therefore, here sum of individual loop gains. After finding the loops, so we go for calculated in earlier steps. Therefore, here the P11 is the gain of the loop 1. There is only one loop. Therefore, 1 minus sum of individual loop gain is only one. There is no other loop. So therefore, P11 only. Therefore, 1 minus here minus loop gain is minus H1 into G1. No? That I have written. No? Is equal to 1 is this is equal to 1 plus G1 into H1 is the value. Is a way of finding the determinant of the graph. We need to write down the formula and substitute the individual loop gains, and also we need to substitute the here sum of gains product of the non-touching. If non-touching combinations are present, and then we have calculated the non-touching loops or gains product. We need to sum those. That is the here we need to write down. Okay. In the next step, for calculating how to calculate the delta K. This is also very important while using the Mason's gain formula for for finding the overall gain of the system, CFS divided by R of S. In the next step, I'm going to calculate the delta K value. Calculation of delta K is very important while using the Mason's gain formula for calculating the overall gain of a system. Here, what is delta K? Delta K means here K is taken 1 and 2 because K is equal to number of forward path. Here, that when K is equal to number of forward paths are 2 here. This is the first forward path. This is the second forward path. Here, the delta when K is equal to 1, delta 1. Therefore, delta 1 is equal to calculated by using the delta formula only. What is delta? 1 minus sum of individual loop gains plus sum of gains product of all possible combinations of the two non-touching lobes. That formula only we go for applying by part of the graph which is not touching. This is the first forward path. That is here every part, this branch is also touching, this branch is also touching. Every part of the graph is touching to the first forward path. There is we go for applying the delta formula, but there is no 1 minus sum of individual gain is 0. There is no part of the graph which is not touching the first forward path. That is 1 minus 0. 1 minus 0 means sum of individual gain 0. Gains product is also 0. This is the 1 equal to 0. Similarly, delta 2 can be calculated by considering the second forward path. Delta 2 can be calculated by considering the second forward path. ಈಗ second forward path is this is the path. Now this is the suppose. Now this is the second forward path. Here this is the second forward path. ಈ ತರ ಹೊರಟೋಗುತ್ತೆ. But for second forward path also, all the part, for this part also while going, this branch is touching, here also this branch is touching. Therefore, there is no part of the graph which is not touching to the second forward path. Therefore, the delta 2 value is also equal to calculating delta formula. And what is delta 1 minus sum of individual gains is 0. ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಟಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅವಾಗ there is no part of the graph ನಾನ್ ಟಚಿಂಗ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸಪೋಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಪಾತ್ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಬ್ರಾಂಚು ಹೊರಟೋಯ್ತು. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಪಾತ್. Here, suppose there is a loop with this is G3, G4 and type. Then this part is not touching to the second part. Therefore, this is the loop that we need to write. Delta is equal to delta 1 minus sum of loop gain is G4. We need 1 minus G4. We need to write down in that situations. Right? Delta 2 can be calculated by same formula of delta, but part of the graph which is not touching to the second forward path. Part of the graph which is not touching, which is this part of not touching to the second forward path. ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೂಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಲೂಪ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಹಾಕ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ 2 ಇದ್ರೆ ಒಂದಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಬರಿಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಗೇನ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ G5, then G4 plus G5 ಬರಿಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. This is the way of calculating the delta K. Delta K can be calculated similar way of the calculating the delta, but part of the graph which is not touching to the forward path. This is very important in signal flow graph. You should remember. This can be understood by solving the more examples. You have to go through the box, work on more examples. Then you can easily understand this delta K concept. Next step, go for calculating the overall gain of the system. Now, after calculating, we have calculated delta 1, delta 2, delta and P1, P2. Now we have to substitute in formula I have mentioned in the step 1. of calculating the overall gain or transfer function of the system. After substituting, calculate the C of S divided by R of S. In these steps, we go for calculating the transfer function. Transfer function is equal to C of S divided by R of S. So it's equal to 1 over delta P1 into delta 1 now plus P2 into delta. This is written in the earlier stages. So the E as substituting delta value is 1 plus loop gain. So and this is the G1 and G2 are the forward path gain. So into delta 1 value, and this is the P2 into delta 2 value. This gives the overall gain of the system. This is the way of calculating the, if the block diagram is given, and then we need to convert the block diagram into signal flow graph and applying the Mason's gain formula. In the next session, I'm going to consider another example, how to convert the block diagram into signal flow graph and calculate the overall gain of the system. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening.